Big up everyone. What is happening? Liverpool Prophet back again with another match preview. Hope we are all doing well, people. That time of the week again, where we look ahead to another Liverpool game. Unfortunately, um, yeah, Premier League's back. Premier League is back after about 3 weeks off, man. We had Champions League midweek, FA Cup last week. The Premier is officially back though tomorrow, which is good. Nice to see normality resuming, and it is nice to see the Reds back in action in the Prem as well, which again is crazy to say considering how bad we are, but still, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, gonna look ahead to the Fulham game today, people. Gonna give you guys my thoughts and feelings ahead of it, predicted starting 11, and of course, I'll give you guys my score prediction for the game at the end as well. So before we get into it, drop a like on the match preview, people. Do sub to the channel, of course, it does help, and of course, get down below in the comments, Reds, fellow Copites. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on the game, how you feel right down below in the comment section, and turn notifications on as well so you know whenever future content drops, people. Having said that, let's just get straight into the match preview and talking about the game. So Liverpool versus Fulham. This is a must-win game. I can't put it any more plain than that. It's a must-win game. We're in a bad way at the moment. Recently as well, the last two games have been a tough watch. We're in a really bad way, and we need to get some sort of confidence and morale boost back into the team, into the squad in general, and just into the club. The fans, the club, everyone needs a morale boost because it's really we're all down in the dumps at the moment, man. It's really hard. So we need something. The last two games, Paris Saint-Germain away on Wednesday night and Manchester City in the FA Cup last weekend, Saturday. Embarrassing. Both of the games were embarrassing. We got taken to the cleaners in both. City game, shocking. Paris Saint-Germain game, shocking. Now, granted, the Paris Saint-Germain score wasn't as bad as the City score, but it's the manner of the defeat, man. The manner of defeat on Wednesday was shocking, man. Cowardly football, sitting back, hoping for the best. It's just not Liverpool. That's just not what we are, man. So it's been a bad time. Before the break, we lost to Brighton as well. We've come back and there's been no improvement, no change. It says it all, doesn't it? It genuinely says it all. And how bad the season's been and how demoralised our team looks. But for the game tomorrow against Fulham, we have to bounce back. This is a game we have to win. As bad as we are, we're still in the top 5 race. Chelsea take on Manchester City at Stamford Bridge this weekend. A huge game. So opportunity there for Chelsea to drop points. And Aston Villa go away to Nottingham Forest, who are in a dogfight at the bottom, fighting relegation, which is going to be tough. So it's very likely that Villa away at Forest drop points, and it's very likely that Chelsea at home to Manchester City at Stamford Bridge this weekend drop points too. So we've got an opportunity here, and we haven't taken any opportunity given to us this season. When United lost to Newcastle a couple of weeks ago, and Villa lost at home to Chelsea, we went and lost to Wolves. You know what I'm saying? They drop points, we draw to Spurs. They drop points again, we lose to Brighton. We just don't take advantage of when the rivals or the teams in and around us drop points, which is a problem for me, a big problem, because it shows, what are we playing for? If we're not going to take advantage when the teams in and around us are dropping points, what are we doing? A real talk, what are we doing? But we have another opportunity this weekend, because I do think Villa will drop points away at Forest. Chelsea, City at home, I think, again, you'd probably edge City in that one, even though it's at Stamford Bridge. So both of them teams are most likely or probable to dropping points this weekend. We've got a chance against Fulham at home to get 3 points on the board ahead of both of them teams playing. I know Chelsea play on Sunday. I'm not sure when Villa play, if they play Saturday or Sunday. I'm sure it's a Sunday 2 p.m. kickoff though. So we've got an opportunity, win our game tomorrow, put some pressure on them, and hopefully they drop some points, which is, again, the only way I think we're getting top 5. I've said it before. If we get top 5, it's not going to be because we're good, because we are crap. It's going to be because either Villa will massively fall off, or they'll just put all their eggs into the basket for the Europa League. Unai will just look at the Europa League and just go all out for that, and they fall off in the league. Or it's going to be them finishing 4th, 5th place being up for grabs, and it's going to be because Chelsea are just even more inconsistent, or just even worse than Liverpool are, and we sneak in through that way. Now, look, it was brought to my attention yesterday, people, that if Villa win the Europa League, the top 6 will get a UCL spot. So, again, might have to count on Villa winning the Europa League to get into the Champions League, which is just pathetic, man, that we have to rely on other teams to do stuff, or do their business so we can sneak in. So not really, Chelsea and Liverpool could both catch life this season and both still end up in the Champions League if Villa win the Europa League. So again, I know a lot of people are going to be hoping on that too, but we shouldn't even be in this position. If we were any decent, if Chelsea were any decent, we'd put pressure on Villa because Villa they're in a bad way. They are crumbling a bit, but because we're so bad, they'll probably still just about finish fourth. If we were any decent, we'd put some pressure on them, but we're not. AO. But for the Fulham game tomorrow, like I said, a win is important. A draw can't happen. Can't afford to draw. Certainly can't afford to lose. We have to get the 3 points on the board. Fulham are a team that, again, have a decent manager, have a decent way of playing. You know, they're not a team that sit back. They're not a team that park the bus. They do play some pretty football. They do come and play. And let's be honest, guys. The last couple of times we played against Fulham, they've given us problems. You know, look at the reverse fixture at their ground earlier in the season. Was it early January or late December? I can't remember. I'm sure it was early January. But just look at that, guys. Look at how they played in that game against us. We shouldn't have walked away with a point. You know, I remember watching that game. Sat here as of where I am now, thinking, how the hell is this level or how are we winning? You know what I'm saying? Fulham were all over us. Should have won that game. You know, and somehow we managed to walk away with a point. They scored a great equaliser in the last couple of minutes of the game, though. What a strike it was from Tim Reed, I believe. And to be fair, they deserved the win. They certainly deserved the point at the very least. They were all over us. We can count our blessings in that game. So they pushed us all the way. Well, they dominated us at Craven Cottage earlier in the season. Last season, again, we struggled against... We didn't beat Fulham last season. We didn't, even though we won the league, we were champions, we didn't beat Fulham. At Anfield, back in December 2024, it finished 2-2. Granted, we were down to 10 men, and it was a good fight back from us. But again, we didn't beat them. They took points off us. Came Anfield, got a 2-2 draw. They beat us at Craven Cottage last season, 3-2. Now, again, it was after we'd been crowned champions, I believe. No, it wasn't actually after we'd been crowned champions. No, it was a couple of games before we were crowned champions. We went there and lost 3-2. People will say we were on the beach, this, that. I don't care. You know, they still beat us. A win is a win in my eyes. The year before that, we actually beat them. But last season, we struggled against them home and away, didn't beat them. And this year, we didn't beat them away either. So they're a team that have caused Liverpool problems in recent years. You know, even in Klopp's last year, guys, they came Anfield, gave us a run for our money. They were 3-2 up with about 5 minutes of the game left to go, and a Trent strike and Endo scoring saved us in the end. But they're not a team to be underestimated. They are not a team to be underestimated. I believe they're sat 9th in the table currently, so they're pushing for a European spot themselves. Don't think they'll get the Champions League. I think they'll probably get a Conference League spot or a Europa League spot if they do qualify. But this is not a team that we should be looking at. This is not a game we should be looking at thinking it's 3 points easily. It's not. It really isn't. This is a tough fixture calendar coming. This is a tough couple of games we've got coming up, should I say. So we've got Fulham tomorrow. Second leg against Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday. Then we play Everton away next weekend, people. If anyone thinks these next 3 games are going to be easy, they're in for a rude awakening. If we've struggled against Fulham in the past, I'd imagine we're going to struggle against them tomorrow as well, especially the way we're playing. I'm saying, is there any confidence that we could even beat Burnley away from home at the moment? You know, so a bit of self-awareness I think we need. Paris Saint-Germain again will be hard. And then next weekend, that derby game away from home, first one at their new ground. I'm dreading that. Really, I'm dreading that one. So let's not be arrogant and let's not sit there and think we've got Paris Saint-Germain coming up. This game's a nothing. No. We're still in the top 5 race. Let's be honest, after Paris Saint-Germain knock us out on Tuesday, all we're going to be playing for is a top 5 finish in the UCL. So we have to take this game seriously. There can't be I don't want to see rotation or anything mad the manager does. I want us to go as strong as we can because I want to see us get the 3 points tomorrow. I'm saying. And again, look, I don't think we're going to do against Paris Saint-Germain. I've made my feelings clear on that. I think we're out. I don't give us a chance there. But beat Fulham tomorrow. If we beat them comfortably, happy days. But just beat them. And maybe, just maybe, that will give the lads a little bit of a confidence boost and a little bit of a morale boost going into that second leg at home against Paris Saint-Germain on a Tuesday night. I still don't think we're going to. I think we're out. I'm not being deluded. I'm not crazy enough to think there's a chance. This Liverpool team, for me, doesn't have a chance. But if we do win tomorrow, I hope it will give us a little bit of a boost, let's say, going into that second leg against Paris Saint-Germain. Granted, it probably won't do much. Honestly, guys, if we win tomorrow, I don't see it being because we played well or because we were dominant at the start. If we win, I can see it being a moment of individual brilliance or Fulham making a mistake or something and us leading to, getting in and scoring. I can't see us winning and actually playing well, because when have we actually won and played well this season, bar maybe 1 or 2 games? We haven't. We've relied on individual brilliance, and I'm going to be honest. I think tomorrow could be the same. I do feel tomorrow could be the same situation where, again, we're crap, we're all annoyed, fans are annoyed, and we just somehow, a moment of individual brilliance from a Salah, maybe a Szoboszlai, someone gets us to win. I can't see us dominating them because, again, they're no mugs. They've shown that they're no mugs, man. You know, Fulham are a team as well that a couple of years ago were playing Championship football. So for them to come into the league, well, no, they were a yo-yo team, weren't they? To be fair, because they were coming up, going back down, coming up, going back down. So credit to Marco Silva, their manager. He's now made them an established Premier League opposition. They've been in the league for about 3 or 4 years now, so he deserves all the credit he gets. And again, they've got some decent players there. Raul Jimenez, a striker that shouldn't be underestimated. 1 or 2 other players in that team as well that I think can cause Liverpool's defence problems. So we've got to be switched on, and we have to be on it. Defensively against Paris Saint-Germain, we were all over the place. Only reason it was only 2-0, Mamardashvili making all them saves, you know, because the defence was getting cut open left, right, and centre. Against City, defence getting cut open left, right, and centre. On paper, you'll sit there and say Fulham don't have that quality, but still, Raul Jimenez is not someone to be underestimated. Iwobi as well. Iwobi's another one who isn't someone to be underestimated. So they've got players that can hurt us. And with the way we're defending at the moment, any player could hurt us, man. Real talk. If Welbeck from Brighton can score a brace against us, anyone can, you know what I'm saying? Anyone can. So, yeah, a big game. I want to see us get 3 points. We need to get a win. Just some confidence, man. I say a feel-good factor. It's not going to do much, but just make the fans happy for the weekend at least, man. Give us a win. Give us something, because after what we've seen the last 2 games against Paris Saint-Germain and City, we are down in the dumps, man. Seeing us get nitpicked and dominated the way we did, it's demoralising. It is soul destroying watching Liverpool at the moment. So I'm hoping tomorrow we'll see a bit of a response from the players and the team, because we haven't been seeing that all season. You know what I'm saying? So fingers crossed we can get the 3 points tomorrow. Fingers crossed. If we don't, again, it's just more pressure on us, and it's only a matter of time before it starts getting really toxic in Anfield. We're on the verge at the moment. We are on the verge, and a loss tomorrow would be a disaster. And then say a loss tomorrow and then a loss against Paris Saint-Germain as well, it could get dark and it could get very ugly for Slot. It genuinely could, because the fan base are already done with him. A defeat tomorrow and a defeat Tuesday, yeah, the less I say, the better, because it will get really, really bad for him. But yeah, I want to see us get 3 points. I don't think Chelsea beat City, and I don't think Villa beat Forest, so we have an opportunity there. United take on Leeds. I'd expect them to beat Leeds United at home, but I'm not looking at United. I think they're going to finish third. Teams I'm looking at are Chelsea and Villa, unfortunately, because those are the ones that I think are prone to slipping up at the moment. You know, everyone else, I think United, I think, will finish in third. City and Arsenal top 2, we know that. So yeah, having said that, people, let me give you guys my predicted starting 11 for tomorrow's game. It's actually relatively similar to the game against Paris Saint-Germain. I haven't made too much changes, people, as you can see right here. Not too much changes been made. I've kept it relatively strong. We need to go strong. We can't afford to really make too much changes for this game. You know, we still have to go strong because we need the 3 points and we need the win for the top 5 chase. If I can just get rid of that ad. But yeah, as you can see, people, this is the team for tomorrow, in my opinion. So to when you guys do it, Mamardashvili in goal. Very impressive, to be fair. Quite impressive against Paris Saint-Germain on Wednesday night. Like I said, defense was getting cut open. He made 4, 5, 6, about a good amount of saves Mamardashvili made on Wednesday night to keep us in that game. Had it not been for him, that's worse than the City game. The scoreline is genuinely worse than the City game, and we concede 4 or 5 again. So big up to him. Stepped up against Paris Saint-Germain away, which isn't easy. It's not easy. It's a lot of pressure, so big him up there. He'll play again, obviously, tomorrow. Hopefully again, if we need him, or if we need to step up again. If we need to what was I on about then? Apologies. If we need him again to step up, he will. So We'll see, people. We shall see. So yeah, Mohamed Ashfili in goal. Oh my god, this ad is pure. Can this ad just get lost for crying out loud? For crying out loud, please just get lost. Ads, please just get lost. Apologies, guys. So yeah, Frimpong at right back. I don't think we'll see much change there. Centre back pair and Virgin Ebu have been poor the last couple of games. They need to step up big time tomorrow. So them two will be. Oh my god, this ad, man. These ads. Sorry, people. Sorry. Apologies. So yeah, Virgil, I don't think there's a change there. So those two will be the centre back pairing. Left back Robbo. Here's where I think the rotation happens a bit. I think the manager rotates a bit at left back. I think he'll save Kirkus for the game on Tuesday night, and I think Robbo comes in as well. Obviously, we got the news yesterday that Robbo is going to be leaving us at the end of the season, so hopefully he can get a good send off because he deserves one. You know what I'm saying? So no issue with him playing tomorrow. So I think that will be a change, a rotation option done. Midfield, Privet, Gravenberch and Jones. Our midfield was terrible on Wednesday night, sorry. Gravenberch and McAllister completely got dominated by Vitinha, João Neves and Janaya Emery. They swarmed all over those two. Both of them two cannot play tomorrow. They can't. Someone has to be dropped out of one of them. I'm sorry to say it's harsh, but one of them has to be dropped. The manager won't drop Gravenberch, of course. He has rotated McAllister a bit every now and then this season. He has to do it for this game. I'd bring Curtis Jones in. I think he has to bring Curtis Jones in. Jones will provide some fight, at least some tenacity, everything that McAllister is missing at the moment. So I'm going to go with Jones next to Gravenberch. Up top, off the right, I'm going with Mohamed Salah. Very surprised that Mohamed Salah was dropped for the game on Wednesday. Even more surprising that he wasn't brought on at any point during the game. Very surprising, seeing as we needed a goal. And it's Mohamed Salah in a Champions League game. A bit crazy not to play him at all, but I can't imagine that happening for this game. I think he will come back into the starting 11, and we need him as well. And we need him to really find his form, man. For crying out loud, he needs to find his form. So I think he'll be back for this game. And I'd be very surprised if he's not starting for the game against Paris Saint-Germain next week as well. Very surprised. So, yeah, Salah back off the right. Let's hope he can work some magic, man. That's all we can do now at the moment. Hope with him. Just hope. Because I genuinely don't know what's wrong with the guy. I genuinely don't. In the 10, I'm going with Dominic Szoboszlai. No surprises there. I'm sure you guys are, in agreement there that Szoboszlai will be in the 10. Off the left, Wirtz. Are we missing Gakpo, people? I don't think so, personally. I just feel like we're really missing someone off that left wing to really cause issues, like what Lucho used to do last season and in his time at Liverpool. We're really missing someone off that left wing. But I think the manager will go with Wirtz off the left again. I think Gakpo stays on the bench. And up top as the striker, it will be Ekitike, Hugo Ekitike, down from once again. So that's the team, people. Isak, of course, will be on the bench. So if we need him, he's there. But that's the team I've gone with. On paper, solid side. Should be beating Fulham at home, but with the way we've been playing recently, don't think it's going to be an easy game. Do not think it's going to be an easy game at all. I certainly am not. I'm not taking it for granted, and I'm going into it with being humble, should I say, as I go into every single game. So, yeah, that's for team, people, that I think the manager goes with. Score prediction for the game. We need to win. We can't afford not to win. 3 points are a must. And I think we will. I do think we get the win. I don't think it's going to be because we're amazing and we're playing great football. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Liverpool home win. I can see it being level. And then a moment of individual brilliance at the end of the game gets us to 3 points. So I think we get back to winning ways this weekend. I'm not confident, though. Hence why I'm going with only a 2-1 now win. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the game. That's my predicted 11, and my score prediction is a 2-1 victory to the Reds tomorrow. So, people, let me know your thoughts on the game down below in the comments. Let me know your score prediction, and of course, let me know what team you would go with as well. We've reached the end of the match preview, people. So tomorrow I'll be back again with a live stream, watch along for the game, then a match reaction after it too. Sunday, of course, we'll be going live, discussing the game. Monday, looking ahead to Paris Saint-Germain, and then Tuesday, watch along for Paris Saint-Germain. Match reaction to Monday will also be a match preview for Paris Saint-Germain. So stay tuned, people. A lot of content coming up towards the end of the business, end of the year. Yeah. So yeah, drop a like on the video, people, on your way out. Do sub to the channel, turn notifications on as well. And yeah, having said that, people, I'm going to head off. I'll be back tomorrow. Big up to you all in a bit. Peace.